Warning: we are about to witness his hometown buddies getting together to have a good time. Please do not take anything serious. We are just here for our fun.
Yeah. Right? Garrett? 6-7 weeks we've been at this.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer, maybe a little less.
Just started to slowly kind of get it toned down to where we want it. So
We don't like doing it at 2 in the morning though, I can tell you that.
that makes it interesting.
No, it ain't bad.
All right. So welcome back, guys. A little bit of a change in scenery, obviously from where we've been doing it. But we got a very special host tonight, or not host, but I guess we got Hunter Mravec. We really appreciate you coming on tonight, and also getting us into the bar that we come to every night on Wednesdays. So kind of puts everything together in perspective. All of the videos. So.
Yeah. Told you to show you.
Yeah. So we kind of, our audience wants to get to know you a little bit. So what kind of got you started into bartending here, or just bartending in general?
Well, I was in college at the time, and I just came home, and I was just doing construction on the side, just little jobs here and there, and then I actually started at Shenanigans in Hudson.
Okay.
So it was like a little restaurant bar. So I used to go there and eat like 2-3 times a week because I worked out on Hudson doing construction, and my mom was friends with the owner there, and her bartender had just quit, got fired, whatever the situation was. She said, "You should bartend here." And I was fresh at 21, hardly drank, and I was like, "I ain't a bartender. I'll never be a bartender a day in my life."
Heck yeah.
And she's like, "No, seriously, I'll show you how to do it." And I was like, "I don't know." So she throws her shirt in. And she's like, "Put this on." And I'm like, "Okay." My food had just came. I'm like, "Can I eat first? Then maybe hop back there and see how this
Get
goes."
to it.
She wanted you to get right to it.
Yeah, I mean, I literally, like, I finished my burger and went back and I had to get a different shirt because she thought I was like an XL. I'm clearly not. I mean, it'd be like Tommy Boy behind the bar with XL shirt on.
You were 21 at the time.
I was 21 at the time.
You're how old now?
26.
26.
So I hopped behind the bar and followed her around like a lost puppy dog all night, and she showed me the way. And I started working every once in a while, and then I just started bartending.
Would you say she taught you any like tricks that you still use today, or anything?
She definitely helped me in the beginning of breaking the ice with customers, of showing her side of it. Because, like, I'll be honest, when you first start, it's so different going on that side and trying to be like a professional person and then do it properly from that side of the bar when you've never done it before. You know, it's so different. And then there's another bartender who works here. She used to come down here and get dinner, and I used to come here on every Wednesday night as soon as I started, like, as soon as I turned 21. I came here for karaoke night.
So
every night.
So karaoke night's been going for a while then.
For years, Calvin?
Karaoke's been going for 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
So Wednesday night, and Jeff's always been the guy, right?
Yep.
Jeff's been the guy here for 10 years.
Where'd you guys find Jeff at?
He does DJing himself and karaoke. He'll karaoke like weddings and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's really good, but he's been hard to it, man, for 10 years here.
That's committed, man.
You know, that's very
Coming here, listen to the amazing singers that we all hear.
Yeah. I love it. I love listening to songs, man.
It's you know, a lot of bartenders don't like the bartend karaoke. They are. I've been here for 4 years now, and I have never missed a Wednesday.
Really?
And I was here full time,
It says something.
you know, but it's the best job I've ever had. I know a lot of people hate karaoke night. Some people won't even come on Wednesday nights because it's karaoke night. But I mean, I love to sing. I sing behind the bar and do things. But
Yeah. Well, explain to them a little bit, like, you're interactive in a sense that you go and sing during karaoke night.
yeah, I mean, there's a couple songs, and I've done it for years. I've always sang the song "International Harvester,"
Okay.
and I do it almost every Wednesday, especially when it's packed. And the college kids go nuts when I sing "International."
Oh, yeah, they do.
They
Yeah.
fucking love it.
Dude.
You know, and back when it was packed, dude, like there's videos of like this bar just being absolutely packed, and the whole bar singing the song where I could stop singing at times, and the whole bar keeps it going.
Heck yeah.
But they hear that tractor start out, and it's so corny to me. But like, I grew up listening to that song, and it's always been my song. And then when I used to go out and do karaoke, it's like, what song is I'm going to do? And I always do International Harvest.
What did you do tonight? You did
Pickup Man, Colt 45.
Colt 45, but you do like a twist on Colt 45, right?
Yeah, yep. And then I always do my song Double XL.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger guy, I'm a double XL guy, so. But people love when you sing, man. And we work for what we make, the better you are as a bartender, the more that people,
It's true.
the more fun you are, the more people want to drink, socialize, do things, and that's like you gotta be an entertainment.
Yeah, find that balance where you're having fun but also making money, and then
Right.
that very fine line. So that's good.
There's a reason why I dedicate my Wednesday nights to behind this bar because I've loved it since I first started coming here, and I got a phone call one day and. I was like checking IDs at the door when I first started. Just trying to get the feel. Yeah, because this is a whole different ballgame compared to other bars.
Being there, oh man.
It's a different ballgame. Like you have to have thick skin and a backbone to work in a bar like this.
I believe it. I believe it.
This is an amazing bar. It's small, but people know where the public rub is.
And I'll give you guys credit too because you guys don't know this, but here they pretty much you keep it all in your head on who's got what
Right.
drinks.
Yeah, there's not.
I mean, you guys have like a list of they write down, but
Right.
you don't have it necessarily a POS saying
Right.
this is this person. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
As is, just
It
for
really
that,
makes
you know?
your memory like grow. Like you have to be able to
Yeah.
remember things. Like when you guys come in, I know like you drink a Corona,
Yeah.
and you guys drink Busch Lights, and I write you off. You're down for a tab right off the bat, mark you a beer, and then you two usually get done about the same time, and you're about one behind them.
How many for like, if you had to guess on a busy night, how many people get a free beer by accident? Or are you pretty accurate?
I'm real like even if you ask other people here like that work here, I am a stickler on making sure that
Making sure
everything
you
gets
mark
written down.
That's
And
good.
even when I'm
That's good.
singing, Calvin watches the bar for me, and he'll get.
I've
I'll
seen
get-
him mark stuff before.
Right, but
Yeah.
even while I'm singing, I'm watching him, and I'll come by and he'll say this, this, and this, and I already know that he gave that person, that, and like,
Okay.
there's no way it's even getting missed even while I'm up singing,
Right.
because it's only for 2 to 5 minutes depending on whatever song it is, and I don't like to sing when I'm busy. If I get a rush of bigger people coming in, I can't. Like I'll have songs in, they'll call me up, and I'll just say just skip me for now. Or that's why usually if anybody goes puts up a song, you just get put to the back of the list. And then it goes through rotation. If I put a song in, it's because I have a spare second where I can get one in real quick. Because some nights there's just nights I can't even do it.
Really?
I gotta stay back here. But I can do international harvester from behind the bar, which people just go.
Which I love that you guys bring the mic back.
Right.
It's not just a stationary mic. It's kind of involves the whole bar area. So I'm kind of curious. What's it maybe could be here or it could be just in general. But what's the craziest thing you've seen at a bar, or had to deal with, or
I mean, we've seen people get tasered.
tasered in the bar?
No, just outside.
Outside
Nobody
the
got
bar?
tasered in the bar. But
Did he drop just like a cold potato?
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Some people do, man. Some people actually eat it. They just,
Fucking like Frankenstein, man.
that's crazy.
Calvin's been here a long, long time, and he's seen a lot of things. But I mean, the craziest thing.
Or just like the weirdest thing,
Oh.
or weirdest request, or like I don't know.
I can't get into the
Yeah.
But I mean, there was one night where a girl was super, just you're nothing but a bartender. Don't even try and talk to me like that. And I'm just trying to be friendly and get her what she wants to drink. Or hey, if you like this, maybe you'd like that. Don't even talk. You're nothing but a bartender. I'm like, well, her fault. There's a reason why I work the job. There's a reason why everybody does every job. So it's not like I'm a bum.
Yeah.
But no, so she talks all this crap and is mean to me, whatever,
Yeah.
and then 30 minutes later passes out in the first bar stool and then proceeds to release herself in the bar stool. Wait a minute, you just talked so shitty to me about how I'm a nobody, and you just beat your pants in bar.
Wait, who had to clean that up? At the end?
Oh, it's me. Yeah, look at injured.
I ain't doing it.
I'm
I'm
the
not
guy.
doing it.
I wouldn't. I
Yeah,
don't
right
like it.
there.
I wouldn't either.
I don't do that shit.
He said, "Hey man, that's your bar."
I don't do that shit.
I had another one of my bartenders sitting in this exact seat where I'm sitting in one night on a karaoke night, and it was a kid's 21st birthday. And she had just done her hair, and she has very long hair. And she done up, she looked good for the night, and she's sitting here, come inside. The other bartenders like to come in on karaoke night because they think it's funny that I'm the one working.
Yeah.
So they'll come in here and poke at me about it.
Sure, yeah. I
The lights are on still. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, and this kid's 21st, and he's had 2 drinks. Well, all of a sudden, I'm seeing, and she's like, she can be an aggressive person here. Like, a lot of people are scared of her. But like they said, you have to be a strong person here, You can't be weak here. If you let people walk all over you, which none of our bartenders do.
Yeah.
But she's sitting there, and all of a sudden she's sitting here just, like, I've seen her angry before, and I'm like, whoa, I'm making a drink, look up, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, this kid just threw up all over my back.
Oh,
And down her ass crack.
Oh no! It was like,
Dude,
no.
and from here,
Oh,
Stack
all the way
booty
down.
the rest of the night, man.
right here, and I come around, and I'm like, no
Oh.
way. And it was packed for dinner. Like, it was like end of dinner,
it was
getting
dinner
in.
time. It
Yeah,
wasn't
like,
even like
they came
bar
in for
scene
food.
time. It was.
Oh.
He came in, got
So
food.
the lights were on and everything.
So he came up here and walked up to get another drink, supposedly,
And you-
which he clearly didn't need because he couldn't handle the 2 that he did have here. And he just, like, none came over. I couldn't see you looking at her. But as soon as I came around the corner, it was just a wall.
All the way
Like,
down.
everywhere, all over the floor, and it ran down her.
It's when we,
At least she kind of was a shield, so nothing.
it was first when we got our brand new chairs. It was when we
Yeah,
got our new
brand
chairs.
new chairs.
No
And
bags.
so I instantly come
So
around.
it went
like,
through the no bars and
there's
everything.
no way this came from one person. And I look up and I'm looking for the culprit, and there's a guy standing there just like, and he's just all down his shirt. I'm like, you should probably get out of here. And she goes, you better get him out of here before I get tired of it. And like, and I take him out myself. And he just goes,
And she's 21. She's
oh no, Nikki's, I don't know,
Oh, okay.
she's over 30.
okay.
I don't know exactly how much. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
how much.
yeah.
Yeah, this kid was 21 and had just thrown up all over her back. So
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Well, you know what he was
Man.
drinking? The
I
guy.
don't remember. Probably gin and tonic or something. So it's like pine trees in a bottle.
Oh, he was
Something
a student.
strong.
I don't even know. He was just
Just
freshman
young guy,
21.
yeah.
But like a group came in and the group stayed and he left.
Sort of. He
So-
went outside, and then Nicky went outside, and you gotta whoop his ass. He's like, he's still fucking here. I'm gonna kill him.
So
You
yeah.
better go. She said, you better go.
So he stood outside for a while as if he was just going to clear the air.
Yeah.
She comes, she's like, he's still outside. He's going to get rid of him. So I'm like, listen, bud, you just need to like go, get out of sight. I don't care if you go around the block and sit down. Just go do something different
Yeah.
besides standing here
Not
because.
on our
Was
block.
heating
Man.
her up.
And she's like, you know what? I don't have my kids tonight. I'm going to come out. I'm going to have a good night. And she wasn't here for a half hour, and then
What did she go leave and clean
yeah,
up?
yeah. Well, originally we
Hey,
just
face
insane.
everybody.
because
Don't
she didn't want
turn
to
back.
she didn't want to get in her car like that, so we had to go rinse her hair out, stuff like that. And I'm like,
Give her a new hoodie.
see, and like people, like when people destroy our bathrooms and things like that, it's like, well, if you realize there's just me here, so just be careful because
Oh, yeah.
I like we put gloves on, we clean up when we're done, we wash down thoroughly like we're supposed to, but it's like when you destroy the bathroom, the hands that make your drinks are also the hands that have to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like
Right.
I have to stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I agree. And
So
people don't think about that sometimes. They really don't.
And I do not drink while I work. Like I just don't drink while I work because one, it's just us here.
Yeah.
Like we have cooks till like 11 or midnight when they get done closing down the kitchen. But after that, like I have Calvin with me and things like that. But people always think like, oh, I could work here. It's like, well, you probably can't. You gotta be able to hold your own
It's
business.
a different bar.
You protect everybody in here.
Yeah.
Every,
Yeah.
There's a lot that comes with it.
You're
there's
responsible
for everybody. For the amount they drink, who they're here with, what happens to them. Everything that happens inside this building is all based off of me. And it's people don't realize how scary it is, especially when you get drinking and you've had too many. Now it's catching up to you and you want to do more. And it's like I'm looking out not only for you but for this establishment.
And you guys have to worry about the upstairs too. Not
Right.
even just down here, but
Right.
and
It's,
serving at the same time. It's
Right.
It's a lot.
And
So-
God forbid something happened. Now I have to attend all my attention to containing whatever's happening, whether it be one person, two people, or a group of people, which sometimes things like that happen. know, and people don't realize that like there's a lot on our shoulders. That not only are we looking out for you, but we're looking out for ourselves too. Because if you leave here, and something happens, God forbid, you know, that wherever you're at,
You kill somebody, we're in trouble too.
you know, it's
Back here, they come back trying to get you.
because you know that's just how cookie crumbles here, and it's scary at times. So, and people get attitudes and like, oh, you cut me off. It's like, well, how about you have a water for a minute and sit for a while? You know, when I ask people, I love when I ask people, you driving? No.
Yeah. How'd you
Really?
get here? Well, I live 25 miles that way.
And I be anorexic.
And you'll learn a lot of people skills too, being
Oh,
a
yeah.
bartender, right?
Yeah.
What's your go-to drink? Actually, so I'm a little bit of a bartender. I bartended in the past, and I always hated when people come up to me and they're like, "Make me a drink,"
Right.
or something like that. You know, like they don't give me any bases, nothing.
Right.
They like make
Well,
me
that's
a
why I
drink.
ask
So like,
people-
what is your like? If someone said that to you, what are you gonna make?
If people wanted me to make them a fruity drink, I mean, if it depends on what you want. You want tequila? Do you want vodka? Do you want rum? Do you want whiskey? You know, of course, with vodka, there's way more options you can do with vodka. But my go-to drink for what I drink is Crown Apple, Sprite, and Red Bull.
Yeah.
Or we carry monsters. So I keep Crown Apple in business. I feel like. You know, but when I go to make something, if someone says, you know, I want something fruity, then it comes of like, well, if you want something fruity, you probably don't want whiskey. So do you want tequila based or do you want vodka based? Or I can go rum. But it just depends on. Some people like, well, do you like cherry? Do you like watermelon? Do you like blueberry? So they're saying certain things you don't like. Do you not like lemonade? Do you not like Sprite? You know. But working here, Jill is. You guys know who Jill is?
Oh,
She
we know
is-
Jill, but explain who Jill is a little bit because she's a great
Jill,
lady.
Oh, I love her to death. She's like a mom figure to me, and she's kind of like, yeah, I came in here and I had no idea what it was like working here, and Jill is the mixologist queen. Like she has been making drinks. She's been working in this in Hillsdale County for at least 20 years.
26 or 27.
26 or 27 years, if not more, for all I know. But she has been in this community for so long and has built up such a great
Heck yeah.
clientele of people that come to just see Jill.
Yeah.
And that's what I strive for with my bartending, because she is just such an amazing bartender. And I make amazing drinks too, but I kind of like, I push myself to find something new to me because she's always doing it too. And it's like we're two alphas behind the bar.
Right.
You know, but like when we work together, if I could go to any bar, if I was to like take a team of like two bartenders to go and compete anywhere, I'm taking Jill.
Okay.
Like Jill is my go-to.
Yeah,
At times we butt heads. At times we butt heads. No, because Jill is an independent woman and she knows her way.
As all good partners do. But
Right.
If you're doing that.
So, and everybody that works here, we all work so well together. There's not a person here that can't work with us. You know, we all, you know, we're like it's a pub family here, you know. Like I do Sunday Fundays at my house, and I invite like, everyone from the pub out to my house to come out and go swimming, and I cook food every Sunday, and we play cornhole.
Oh, really?
Everybody brings their kids, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like people love to be around each other.
Yeah.
Which
Kinda
that's how
build-
a business like this needs to
Right.
be successful. You know?
Right. And it's
Everybody's
not
gotta
just
be-
bartenders, like there's the people who cook also can bartend. Like Rob, Kevin, they all bartend. You know.
Food here's killer.
Yeah, I give props to the chef. I will say that actually.
You know, they come
I
up
think
with, and our tacos are crazy.
No,
It's always
I love the
it's
new inventors.
never a regular taco.
No,
yes,
it's something
that's
special.
that's the key thing. It's flavorful too. Everything's it's not dry. It's not,
I like
not enough sauce or.
I call it a 5-star dive bar. Like,
Yeah, I would
It's-
agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love burgers. I'm a burger guy.
yeah.
I love them.
I honestly, if I'm not making it home, I will not get a burger anywhere else.
No,
Just
yeah.
because I love Home and Grub burgers.
What's that pub and grub with the peanut butter and
The goober burger?
The goober. What's in the goober?
So it's just it's got mayonnaise, peanut butter, and bacon. Well, a lot of people add bacon to it.
Literally comes a burger, peanut butter, and mayo.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's just
Yeah.
such a killer thing.
I get
Now me, I mix the Jessica burger, which is the bacon, egg, and cheese, and a goober.
Yeah, with the goober.
Okay.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get me hungry
Crossover.
now. hear
Well,
all this shit.
when I used to go, there's a place that used to be open here from like 10 to like 4 a.m. for we all get drunk and walk up there and go get the palace. Used to go to the palace, and I used to love going in there. But I want breakfast. I want a burger. So let's combine it too. So give me a bacon cheeseburger with egg, peanut butter and bacon, and then just give me a pancake on the side.
Okay.
And that's
Pancake on the side.
Pancake on the
Just in
side.
case.
That's like a Denny's special, man.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, like,
That's crazy.
people come in here and be like, well, what's your favorite burger? It's like, well, let me tell you.
Tell you the story here.
And they'll be like, what? Peanut butter on a burger? It's like, just try it.
And
You like peanut? If you don't like
order
peanut
a lot.
butter, don't
it's
get it.
good. It's good. It's good. I can
If you
tell.
like peanut butter, try it. Just get the Jessica and add peanut butter to it.
I think the peanut butter goes well with the egg. I've had a burger like in Jackson. I grew up in Jackson. They got a burger up there. It's called the Sticky Burger at a
Yeah.
restaurant. It's literally peanut butter, mayonnaise, bacon, egg, and cheese. It's frickin'
It's delicious.
delicious.
And I just love, like, how our food is cooked here. And it's, like, you're not going to leave here and not be full.
For real.
Yeah, that's true.
And our fries, like,
Fries
we
are
hand cut
killer.
the fries. They're like fair fries.
Yeah,
But,
they are if you add the vinegar around.
so, yeah.
We actually have the #1 chili cheese fries in Michigan.
Yeah, we did. There's a
I
plaque
just
over there.
yeah, I told Garrett.
Well,
you gotta take a
I
picture of
gotta
that
take
and
a
put it
picture
up on
of
the
it.
video.
It'll be actually on the
Yeah, we're gonna throw
on the
that
side
up.
there. but that's
I
good.
didn't know that. I'm gonna get you the cheese fries.
We won best burger.
Yeah, we got
10
best
times?
burger
We won best burger like 10 times.
all
in
the
a row.
time.
Really?
10 years in a row.
You guys should go up to the burger contest and it's at the top by Port Austin, right up by the.
Yeah,
Tip
I
of it.
love at fair time, because I'm down at the fair at our little booth we do for the car lot. But I love you guys'.
Wieners
Food
and tacos.
trucks?
Yeah, dude, the food truck. I love the
The
wieners
Hibachi
and
food
tacos.
truck.
Wieners and tacos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wieners and Tacos food truck. And
dude,
it's killer.
I love the food truck you guys got.
Be mixing up
freaking
the
yum
fried
yum
rice.
bowls. Oh man.
That used to
Steak,
be
chicken.
before we started the food truck. That was actually one of our main foods in here. Yum Yum Tacos was.
Yeah, because
But we got rid
when
of
we
it
do
for
our
the food
hibachi
truck.
tacos,
Yeah,
like
it's
people
good.
just they know, and you're like, I swear to God, the phone never stops ringing for like, can I get 3 orders of hibachi tacos?
Yeah, the hibachi
You know,
it's
tacos
good,
are
though.
killer.
What days do you guys run those, or what?
It's all at random. But
Random.
every week, every Wednesday, I believe it's every Wednesday, the tacos change. So every Wednesday we get a new
Tuesday,
tacos.
Wednesday.
Like last week was chicken parm tacos.
Those were good.
Oh my gosh.
I seen that. I seen
Deep
that.
fried cheese curds.
Yes, that was-
so
fried
so
chicken
what's the
chunks.
hot brown tacos? What's that?
Those were turkey based, and we had like a cream sauce over top, and then we did shredded cheese, tomato chunks, and bacon. So it was like a turkey sandwich taco.
Okay.
And like shrimp and grits. We got like really nice shrimp in a grits bowl with some I think it's like called andouille sausage or whatever. Like it's just meals that you don't see at other places.
Yeah.
Especially in all the bars too.
Right. Like usually you go to a burger, you go to fry or Jesus, you go to a bar, you get like burger, fries, chicken strips, mushrooms. Oh, sure we have those things, but ours are like they're up there.
Yeah,
you
10
know?
bags.
And then
You
you
don't
see
see
things.
shrimp and grits in Hillsdale.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Or at a bar where if you walk in, you'd be like, I'm gonna get seafood here.
yeah. You
But then you see it and come out and like our we have amazing cooks, and they're always coming up with crazy ideas. Which
It's good though. It's
And
what
that's-
this county needs. So they need
right, and
that kind
until
of thinking
people
on the food.
people come in here a lot in the summer. People travel here a lot in the summer, and they're always like, "Oh, we just got in here and looked up, food in Hillsdale, and we got amazing reviews for our food." People come in and they leave. They're like, "We will be back." We have a set of customers that drive 2 hours one way to come here, and they're here every week. They come here every week, and they're just the cutest couple ever. They sit at the table, they have their 2 drinks apiece.
They get a specific meal every time, or they change it up
They get the pub house burger
every time.
every time.
So that's what they come because that's
They
that's
drive
what
2
they
hours
want.
to come here. They love the drive, but they love our tap selection. You don't see a tap selection like this in normal bars.
Yeah,
We're looking at a lot like 4 different tap meals, and we have a ton. People say, I always walk to the table and take menus. How are we doing tonight? Good. Can I
What do
start
you
you off
got?
something to drink? And they go, well, what do you have on tap? And I just go, a lot.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell
Look
me
at
what
it.
you like,
Yeah,
and I can point
help
something
you.
in your direction? Because for me to go, I have this, or
And
there's
then
just
they'll be like, wait, what was this?
yeah, what was that first one again?
So having that many taps, do you ever have to worry about them going bad?
No.
Like one of the bit.
We
Like,
sell so much beer.
okay.
Most of our kegs don't last a week either.
Yeah, our kicks
Don't
are
even normally
good.
last a week.
Even
We're
some of
changing them
those
over so much.
specialty ones. I mean, they
Right,
really
and,
just
and
go.
we run. There's certain ones that we run on tap nonstop. There's always beers that we have on tap because people come in here for those specific beers.
Yeah.
But the amount of selection drives people to come here. You know, they can come here and be like, wow, you know, I like browns, and then it's like, well, I have 4 browns, or I have 5 different blondes that you can try. You know,
And obviously, you guys don't keep like the ones that don't sell. Like going
Rotate.
back to that you
rotate.
you just throw
Yeah,
those
we don't
ones
always
out,
keep-
not
if-
throw them out. But
if something is more of like a seasonal thing, we don't keep it on year round.
Right.
You know, there's
like O'Brien is a summer, but Blue Moon is a winter
right.
version of it.
We
essentially.
had 3 kegs that actually came from down south. Kevin bought kegs from down south and brought them up.
And yeah, because Kevin will go out of his way to go get,
Heck yeah, that's
you
cool.
know.
I think he brought them from Kentucky.
And then like there's a Tuesday of every month that he does Smoke Tuesday where he brings in his bourbon and he does Smoke Tuesday. You come in and get very high end drinks that he makes himself. You know.
So
And,
he's into bourbon.
oh, he's super big into bourbon.
Huh.
He's got a knack for this, man.
He just got his new degree last week for bourbon.
Really?
He went to Kentucky to class for it.
Yep, he's been
Oh,
going.
so he's into it. Then.
Oh yeah, he's so big into it. He talks to me about it. I'm like it's. I love to know.
Dude, the people that know, like, it's a whole different
He's-
league
right.
when you start talking to someone
Yeah.
who knows about bourbon.
I mean, I drink Apple Crown and Sprite and Red Bull as a regular. And, you know, he's going places and just like pulling out these fancy cocktails.
Yeah.
But that's what he loves, man. You know?
It's good, though.
And he has passions for it.
Bourbon's expensive. You start to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you really start to look, it's expensive.
I'm like,
People
looking
don't
at
realize.
off-brand grounds at times and things like
Oh
that.
man, that's,
Well, it's gonna get me drunk either way.
Dude, dude.
If I'm out, I only drink Crown, but sometimes I do like Bird Dog and things like that at my house.
Bird Dog, good shit, though.
And my brother's a big country guy. He liked that Bird Dog whiskey.
I've heard though.
Had that Bird Dog on it.
So who was more competitive in sports? Was it you or your brother?
Oh,
And
boy.
just for you guys to know,
Smoke ones he does.
Oh, that's really cool.
y'all were about
Had to buy something
equivalent
last
size in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like, as you guys grew up.
Yep. So,
$500 for a gun to blow smoke into him.
like, Tanner was always
Gotta have it
way
for the
more
bourbon,
so.
man.
Tanner's
But
just.
we had to buy these special
I would get
glasses
chills watching
because of the rim.
I
Yeah.
love to watch
It's
it.
the only way the smoke bubbles would stay.
Competitive
Had
wise,
to buy special
Just
glasses
because of the
for it.
rim or something.
he had more going against it because he was so
And
good.
that
People
drink
always
there-
wanted to beat him.
When the
I
flavor
was
pops, you
competitive
get to
because I wanted to be,
flavor and
even though I was older, and
that's cool.
you know I was on varsity first and things like that. I always wanted to be as good as he was,
Like
Right.
that.
and I trained so hard all the time to compete at the level, and I was very good at myself, but he just had a natural.
Like that.
Did you
gift for it.
play basketball too, or just
Yeah, we
football?
both played, and that was the coolest thing for me because my senior year he was a freshman, so he started on varsity, and he's a 12-letter player, so he started on varsity all 4 years for all 3 sports,
Okay.
and it was awesome my senior year being able to play baseball, football, and basketball with my brother,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we go.
and then being able to watch him play like after I got out I get chills watching. He's a great athlete. He had a lot of people that didn't like him because of it. He went through a lot, way more than what I ever went through. You know, I
He
ever
was
seen.
a good athlete. He was.
Yeah. You know, he's the towhead from Pittsburgh that people always call him.
Towhead.
You know, and he used to play in the travel basketball stuff, and he
Yeah, he did.
he would walk in like camo sweatpants, camo Crocs, and a camo sweatshirt, and blaring some country music. And all the refs, because they were always the same refs in tournaments, they gave him the name Big Country. 'Cause they were like, what's that kid's name, man? He's like look like a damn redneck coming in here. Then he gets on.
Most kids playing AAU don't. Play the opposite.
No, right, like
Yeah.
that's what their life is. You know, his is more in the woods, and he's like, I'll play. You know, and he would show up and just dominate.
Yeah,
You know, he was so good.
that's great.
But so growing up, you know, we grew up in Pittsford, and you know, we always hanging out Hudson, Pittsford area. And then when I finally turned 21, actually my 21st, I spent here.
Oh,
And I
really?
came in, and he's like my older brother. I love him to death. Bernie brought me out for my 21st, and I
remember
came
that.
in at like
I remember it.
10:30. You know, like hey, at midnight he turns 21, and Kevin made me stand at the end of that bar like this, Till midnight. And I was not allowed to move from right there. And Kevin would be down. It was karaoke night. You know, we're in here, and Kevin's working. And he said, I just want to look up at me.
Yeah,
And he, you know, it was like 11:58. He's like, he gets out a Jaeger bomb shot.
Oh man.
And he makes it up, and we're watching the clock. And he hit midnight. He put it for me. He's like, here you go, man. So I took my first legal 21st drink in this bar.
Nice.
You know, and I didn't even work here. You know, I was still in college and doing things like that. And
I remember that night.
just came to shenanigans, and I spent my 21st here. And I've loved this bar since I stepped in that door.
Yeah. It's funny how things come full circle sometimes.
Right,
You know.
and I love Kevin. You know, and we're like two kids when we work together. Like, his wife, came in here and she said, "I tell you what, you guys can't work together. He won't quit fucking giggling when he gets home, and he can't stop talking about what you guys did tonight, and things like that. You know, and we're a lot alike.
That's good.
You know, and I look up to Kevin a lot. He's a great guy, and he does amazing. And he's a hustler, and that's how I am. You know, like I'm leaving from here, going home, hooking up my trailer, and driving to work. And then I work all day, and then I got to drive out to Toledo and buy another motorcycle tomorrow.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
like,
So you got
you know,
a
I
full day
worked
then.
8 to 5 today, and then I'm gonna get out of here, go home, change into my work clothes, my other job, and then
Yeah.
drive straight to work.
What's your other job? So
I work down in Pioneer, Ohio, as a
Pioneer.
logistics manager for a company.
nice.
But I got that, and that's like I've worked 2 jobs for a long time, and I worked here fully for a while, but I want to do something a little different. But I told Kevin, like the day that I told Kevin that I wasn't going to work here full time anymore, I was like shaking. It's like this is the best job I've ever had, and I will thank Kevin to the day I die for giving me this job.
That's good.
You know,
That's
and
awesome.
offering me this job
Yeah.
and allowing me to work here, and still allowing me to work here because this is the best job I've ever had in my entire life, and I would never want to stop working here. And that's why I still work Wednesdays and Saturdays because I still want to be here. I still want to be a part of this,
That's awesome.
and I never want to stop this job. But people, you gotta move on in life and things. And
So what do you see in 5-10 years for yourself?
I'll be honest, it all depends on like when and if I have kids or something like that. You know, this takes
Okay.
up
Let's say if you did have kids
probably,
in the next.
another 5 years.
He does, he just don't know it.
Yeah.
You got a couple somewhere.
Everybody's always got to get
Well,
a about that. Every time I say, "Hey, you don't have kids," no, you probably do somewhere. Been in Mexico a couple times. But no, it's just trying to help build. I'm just putting things away and working extra things to have extra things, and building up for the time when I do have to settle down and just work a regular job so I can support a family and things like that. But this is fun to me, man. I love to sing karaoke. So when I first started, when I first started Kevin, when I go sing, he'd go around, stand around the side of the bar, and he wouldn't stand next to me. I'd be back there singing. And after the first couple nights that we worked together, he's like, "Man, you just work karaoke night because nobody wants to work karaoke night." And I've loved it. And the other bartenders will come out on their nights and they'll be like, they were talking the other day. It's like, has anybody worked a Wednesday in forever?
Wait, so why did the bartenders not want to work the karaoke?
They do
Most
not
of them don't like karaoke.
listen. They don't like
No?
karaoke. They cannot. Most bartenders cannot
Like
stand
too
karaoke.
hectic, too much going on.
Well, listen to the people
No,
who think
listen to the
they
people
belong
sing.
in American
Oh,
Idol.
so
They don't.
Yeah,
just
listen,
that alone was
They don't
enough.
want to listen to people sing.
Some song, and some
listen
people.
to the drunk
There's some people that
think
come here and have beautiful voices,
It's probably me.
but there's 1 to a million, pretty much of that.
Right.
My cook, he shuts the doors. If you watch when I go up and sing, he shuts the doors to the kitchen 'cause he doesn't want to hear me sing. They already hate it enough, but I mean, it's not that they hate it, but it's like they
Kevin
just,
used to like it.
yeah. And
Kevin
Kevin
used
used
to
to sing
karaoke a
himself.
little bit
Kevin
too.
get up there and sing some songs, but he's got his family and things like that, so he's trying to be able to do a little bit of both. But karaoke night is my thing. I've not missed one in 4 years of being here.
Sounds like you're fit for it, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot to put up with.
Oh, it
really
is. Especially when you get those groups that come in at 20 at a time. You got to check IDs, and then what's really bad is when like 2 groups of 20 come in, and after you just get done checking IDs, you start making drinks, and it's like, don't scatter because you all look the same.
Yeah.
I don't know how you keep that straight. Checking IDs and trying to.
I got a knack for it. I've taken a lot of fake IDs here.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We have.
I've
Well, he's taken more, but I've gotten 3.
yeah he's gotten some, and
Have you?
but like I got on a roll where like I probably got 20 or 30 that I've
He's
taken
got a
so far.
fucking album.
Like,
He's
you know,
got
like
an
the-
album
you know
of fake IDs.
The MLB things with the card slots. Like I want to start like doing. But
Sell them later in life.
yeah. Well, I had one guy like
I mean, is it pretty obvious when you get a fake, for the most part, or
after I found
Yeah,
my
like
first.
what are the signs?
Well, my thing is well, I'm not going to say anything about the college it's here, but it's like I have a whole bunch of Illinois that were on the sports teams over the years of me being here. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that they only recruited out of
It's all Illinois people.
And I'm like,
So
wow,
you don't.
you're from Illinois, you're from Illinois, you're from Illinois, and these all look like you're selecting players on Madden NFL or something.
Yeah.
You're building your roster with these horrible pictures that these people have.
Oh yeah.
Or like the first one I ever took was the funniest one I've ever seen. This kid, you know, when I turn my back or I'm walking here, I'm making a drink, and I hear the door open. I'm always doing this at the door because people will think they can go right up those stairs. Like I can't watch you go up those stairs on that monitor.
Right.
And I hear this as I'm making a drink. I turn around. It's like, well, I didn't check that person. So I happened to catch a guy. He was like just glancing at me, just tried to sprint up the stairs, and he got like 4 steps up, and I'm like, hey. And I go over, and I'm like, hey man, you got an ID for me? Yeah, yeah. And he goes like this. I'm not shaking. He's getting his ID out, and he's like this. And he gets it out, and I look at it, and this kid, mind you, is probably like maybe 6 foot, and it says 6'4" on there. And I'm looking at him like, 6'4", huh?
You ain't as tall as me.
Yeah. Like you're standing on the step,
That's
steps, but
great.
you're still shorter than me.
That's fucking great.
And so I was like, Illinois, it was Illinois,
and the
uh,
6'4".
yeah, 6'4", and this kid's shaking like a leaf.
What do you think he was?
Like 5, like he's like just probably 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot. So I asked him that, and he hands it to me. I'm like, yeah. So I go, hey man, what's your address? Starts with a J. I'm like, ooh, can I buy a vowel next? What do you mean you don't know? Like, oh, I just moved. Everybody says I just moved.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just moved. Really? Wow. You just moved to Illinois, huh?
Or the
You
good
still
one,
haven't
that
moved
one
to
that-
Illinois. So then when I do get some people that come here with a real one from Illinois, I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm being an asshole at times, but I'm
Because
asking
there
a lot
are
of questions.
from-
So then I asked the kid, he didn't know. I'm like, all right, bud, last chance. How about a debit? Now, you mind you put his wallet back. And I said, how about a debit card with your name on it? Yeah, yeah. He gets it out and he hands me the debit card, and it's not even the same name that's on this fake ID that he has. I'm like, now you think I can't read? And I'm like, this is a fake ID, isn't it? He goes, yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
he was just waiting for you to tell
Get
him.
out.
to
He
actually-
said, "I'm so sorry."
I'm so sorry. Well, he goes, I'll take it back. And I'm like, no, so do it to the next person.
Yeah.
So I took it, and I'm like, first fake, badass. Well, his brother comes up later on that night. I didn't know it was his brother. And he goes, hey, man, I think brother tried to give you his fake ID. I told him to come up here. I'm like, you told him? You're a regular. That's hurtful, man. Like, you're putting me at risk. He goes, yeah. Well, I told him to get that back for his birthday. So you better give him something different. You're not getting this back. No. And actually, the younger brother is 21 now, comes in, and when he walked in, I was like, oh, yeah, you remember my first. You know, and he's like, I'm 21 now, I got a real one. I can't remember what state it was, but it was not from Illinois, where his ID is now.
That's great.
But,
That's funny.
and then he's like, well, and the guy's like, well, I'll cash out. I cash him out. And he's like, well, how about $6? And I'm like, that's my tip. That's my tip, dude. You know, and I'm like, so I was like, all right, I'll cut you a deal. And I said, what's going to happen is you can get this back, but I get to pick a digit. And he's like, what? I'm like, I get to pick a finger. I'm keeping it. He's like,
You scared the shit out
oh
of me.
yeah, he was terrified. Like, I wouldn't really cut a fucking finger.
He said, "Ow."
But I'm like, it's just no. Like, you tried to bribe me with $6. Well, first off, you tried to get it for free because I give it back to him for his birthday. Now, mind you, this kid's mugshot on his look. He probably rolled out of bed because half of his hair was sticking straight up this way, and he still had bags underneath his eyes. And I'm like, dude, this is so photoshopped. But
I remember an ID that I used. I would only use it in college towns. I found on the ground one time walking around, I found a real like Michigan ID. It was this Robert Lee. If you ever see this, I don't know, but this guy named Robert Lee. I'll never forget it because I memorized all the information. This guy, it was a 35-year-old man's ID, and I was 19, 20 years old, and I got into 30 bars of that stuff probably. Never got turned down.
Do you have a picture of what it looks like?
Oh, dude, don't even look like me. I'd have to look through my phone, but it don't look nothing like me. And I remember, I even got online and I printed off a bill of sale from like some sort of thing to like show the bartender if they ever ask, like, hey man, I just bought this car. Like you can't tell me it's not me.
Jesus.
Oh, it was great. That was
We
great.
had one kid one night give us a fake ID. I was like, Hunter, I think it's fake. I handed it to him. He's like, yeah, it's fake. You got any other IDs on you? Dude's like, no. You got a debit card? Yeah. And then he went to open his wallet up. I'm like, Hunter, he's got like 200 IDs in his wallet.
Yeah.
Hunter's like, can I see one of those other IDs? He's
Some
like,
of those stupid.
I ain't got no other ID. What are you talking about? He's like,
Yeah,
my
that's
partner here
immediate,
just
though.
seen another ID in your wallet. Oh, no. And he walked out.
He said, I'm done.
My thing is, people always like, well, I'll leave and just not ever come
What's
back.
that?
No, you'll be back in tomorrow when I'm not here.
So wait, do you remember when Cody came in? Cody,
Yeah.
That was funny, because like, he put it right in his... First of all, he was silly in the fact that you guys went to high school together,
Well,
right?
yeah, he went to the same school
So
I
you
did.
knew
I remember
the
that.
age difference.
You're not 21. I know exactly where you are. I'm like, you're not from Ohio. My mom's Ohio. I don't know if she lives in Ohio. I'm like, no, she doesn't. And my thing is like, dude, his ID was like, IDs don't peel.
It was so bad.
Oh my gosh, though Gus the Wing could have pulled the film off in front of it. I'm like, this is the worst example of a fake ID I've ever seen. And I was like, and then the thing is, his sister come in like a couple days later. It was like that Saturday. I was like,
Oh,
hey, your bartender took his fake ID. Well, dumbass, come here while I'm working. I know who you are.
he was so hurt. He was like, man, my ID.
And like me, I never tried to get a fake. Never had a fake.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
that
just
was
waited
so
my
stupid
turn.
to me. Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
but-
And it's so easy and accessible now. Like, you pay, what, $100, $200?
I
and
never
you got-
ordered them, man.
Well, I tell you
I
what,
know that's what they're worth, though.
whoever it is in Hillsville County, I don't know all the Illinois ones. I need to find them. There's so many people from Illinois in this county now.
He
with these fake
made a
IDs.
lot of money.
And I'm taking, I'm
No
taking
shit,
more money
we're
because
about
we're
to
getting more.
They should get
Now,
reimbursed for this.
I tell you what, I took this one girl's fake ID twice in the same year.
She kept coming back.
It was like 3 months apart.
So she came back with a new fake ID? Like, she bought
Yeah.
one? Well, that's about the time
Of
it
the
takes.
same
It takes
state.
3 months to get
I'm
a new
like,
ID.
I know exactly who you are because she had me call the cops up here.
Yeah, and the cops had almost took her to jail.
Well, so she calls, she's like,
She got a ticket.
oh, it's real? I'm like, I don't think it is. So I call him, and then she was upstairs, and I refused to serve her. I'm like, well, listen, you're not getting served till he gets here. Okay, let me know when he's here. She stepped outside, saw that he
Argued with
was
them.
here, and I saw
She really did that? Oh my dude.
She went outside and argued with the cops. Told
So
them,
yeah,
I am 221.
so they asked me, they're like, so did you serve her? And I was like, no. She goes, no. She she's like, no, I didn't drink here. I drank in my dorm room earlier. He goes, are you kidding me? I have to write you for anything. You just see me
She got a
drinking
ticket.
alcohol on your door.
Right.
She got a ticket that night.
But and then she came back in, and she's 21 now. She really is 21. 'Cause she, you know,
So
but
now she's legal.
so I'm like,
and
wait a minute, you're the same chick that caused me so much problems and cussed me out, and then turns out you did have a fake, and you were a butthole to me. It's like,
But now you guys are cool? Or just...
yeah, and it's so funny when they come in and they look like little whip puppy dogs. They come in and I'm like, let me see it. I'm 21 now. Well, let me fucking see it. Because I tell you what, you told me that last time too.
Can't fool with toys.
Well, yeah, and it's, you know, and it's honestly like, they hate me for a long time because of that.
Yeah.
But once they like redo it and like come back
Once
in,
I
and
turn 21.
my thing is, man, is like, you know, I realize how much of a risk you put me at. You know, of like, I could get in so much trouble. And this bar would get in so much trouble.
Well, explain the legality wise of like what happens if you do serve someone that is
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
we could lose our liquor license, anything like that.
like company wise.
Oh, yeah.
It can
know.
fall on. It can fall
Yeah.
on a lot of things.
I could get sued, and then the bar can get sued just as bad.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many things that are rest on all shoulders that people don't realize. Like, yeah, you know, we'll just go in a group and just get that in. It's like they get hurt in here. You know, you never know when something could happen. Someone gets hurt. It's like, well, they shouldn't have been in there anyways. Did you not IDM? Or it's like, well, that's why I'm a stickler. I'm like, I know I remember a lot of faces. So like, if I've served you before, it's like whatever. You know, I get to know people. Like I would never check your guys' IDs ever again. You know, but yeah, there's crazy things that happen. Man. I had a guy walk in one night and go, and I know him, Hunter and Bro. I grabbed one of those brand new bottles of vinegar and I slid it to him. I said, drink this whole bottle, get $50. I'll be damned. He popped that little plastic top off there. Whole damn bottle of vinegar. And I tossed him $50. Took it out of my pocket. And he's sitting here and he's going,
Hey, he's probably like,
I
oh
don't feel
gosh.
He said, I don't even want a beer no more.
yeah, he's like, I got $50. I was like, you got like 45 when a $5 tip come out.
He's all come back.
Deposit that in the FanDuel, make it 100, man.
Right. You know? But he ended up going to the bathroom and letting him. He's like, I could not. He's like, it was getting hot. I got burping up hot stuff, and it's just
Probably burning a hole in his stomach, man.
Yeah. I'm like,
vinegar is
listen,
acid. Like.
just go home because I don't like you being here anymore. I feel bad I had to do that.
So the person that peed in the chair, man, that like, how do you not just wheel them out of here, like, and throw them out the door? And say,
Like tiptoeing because like I don't wear waterproof shoes. I got my regular shoes on. I'm like tiptoeing up, and I tell you what, man, it was like Niagara Falls coming out of that chair. She just let herself go, and she's sitting there like this, and I'm like, hey, get up, we're peeing in the bar. She get up, cashed out, and walked out.
Isn't that kind of a crime too, right? Like,
There's probably should be something against doing that.
Some kind of crime.
That's
morally,
Yeah.
morally, it's against the rules, man.
Definitely frowned upon. But I mean,
Jeez, oh, peace, man.
yeah, and sometimes it's the funny things that we have happen to us. I've had a lot of. I swear, everything that's disgusting happens to me a lot. Now, I might have been puked on like the one girl, but I found things in the alleyway when taking trash out that should not be there.
Oh,
I found one giant turd in a Kroger bag.
Stuff I literally shit in a Kroger bag.
And I went, you know, I
Wait,
took.
wait, just
Then they
for
probably
the,
came
just
in here.
because you give it like a size reference of like
You see that
like
bottle?
yeah.
Take the thick part, and I'll make it about that long. Like, I thought, like, oh, someone tried throwing their trash in, and it was on top of the trash. You couldn't even pick the lid up, put it in.
So he
Somebody's having
picked-
a
he
small
I pick
looked
it
up
up.
to see what it is.
I pick it up, and I was like,
Yeah.
wonder what this is.
Oh,
I just
no.
happened to look at a Kroger bag,
Oh,
and I seen it, and I dropped it. And I was like, oh no! And I come in here, I'm like, Kevin, there's a turd. There's a turd in that bag. Someone shit in a Kroger bag.
Did you go look at it?
No, he wasn't here. He wasn't here. Because I used to take out trash like during the day and stuff like that. Come in, you know, walk dumpsters out the road and stuff like that, and do whatever. And I've seen some things that people just do that it's just like.
That's crazy.
I tell you what, if I could sit around and drink, I'd tell you stories for hours of things that have happened. Of things that you
We'll
would.
have to recontinue this
That makes
eventually.
it
I
best.
promise you that.
Oh man. You guys ever noticed our bar top? How the Bud Light cap spell out? Welcome to. Here's to
think
you,
kinda
Pub
Bud
and
Light
Grub.
cap spell. Well, here's to you, Pub and Grub.
Here's to you, Pub and Grub. Spells it out. The Bud Light cap's over there.
Oh, no, I see it now.
Yeah, Timo.
It's all the
Took
Bud
blood,
Light.
sweat, and tears, and then he drilled every one of these holes out so that they would set in.
And
And
drilled them.
Hand drilled them all, and then
Yeah.
put all the Bud Light caps just spelling out perfectly.
Yeah, I'll have to get a nice little picture of it for the leave for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I know it's a dive bar, and we don't have a big dance
Oh,
floor or
there's-
anything like that. But I'll tell you what, man. If you want to come for a good time, play some pool, have some the best drink. Like I go places and people have to be like, make me like something, and I do that too. Like people come say, what would you make me? Or I just say like when my girlfriend goes out, just make her something. And they may bring me like a Shirley Temple. And it's like, well, okay, you put cherry flavoring in it. Great.
Wow.
No, like mix
Crazy.
it up some. Like
Yeah.
and Jill goes to the point of getting edible glitter and putting it in her
Yeah, she goes crazy.
and
She did put some edible glitter in one of
yeah,
my drinks. now.
careful
Really?
farting the next day, but
Yeah, I would,
You know.
I would say so.
but it's a whole different. Like I love coming. I don't come here as much because I do work here. And, you never want to put yourself in a bad situation where you never want to get have a drunk customer who's usually one of yours and you get into an argument. Then it's always the thing of you're always on edge. At least I am when I come here because I never want something like that to happen.
Right.
You gotta be. It's a place of work.
Right.
You gotta be.
You know, and I'm so just big on respect here. If you respect me and everybody else in here, you'll get the best respect back from me. As soon as you disrespect like one of my other bartenders, especially working with me, you're not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like drag you out by your neck, but like you're gonna realize that you're not gonna walk all over us. And you're gonna be respectful. You know, you can be here, you can have fun, you can get drunk and be as respectful as you can. You know, but it's like it's once you start becoming that type of a person, it's like once you start, and especially if you disrespect me, you're gonna get it back 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And I have people that, of course, I'm a big guy here. If people get drunk, they have liquid courage. I'll be using that.
Yeah, I'd take him.
You know how many times I've heard that, and most of the people here fit in my pocket.
Oh, come on.
You know.
His worst one was a little blonde.
Yeah, I tell you what, I got punched in the worst I've ever been punched in the face here is by a woman.
Really?
Yeah,
I believe
she
it
hit
though.
like a
Because
you
you
know,
know
you
the
didn't
beard.
expect it, right? You didn't
Well,
expect
she
it.
walked up and grabbed my beard. And
Grabbed
pulled
his
it down.
beard. Pocket.
Oh man.
You know, and she got this motion, and I mean, I got a very straight nose, and I was like, oh, don't touch my nose. Like, you can hit me anywhere else, don't touch my nose.
She grabbed your
Dude, she-
beard though.
Oh, she did. She
yeah.
grabbed right hold his beard, pulled him down.
And I tell you what, everybody was like, outside watch.
Wow.
And it was like the floodgates opening, you know.
What do
and,
you do in that situation?
Walk
Well,
him out the door. Send him
well,
home.
we were just getting out the door. You know, I was getting them out because I had asked them to leave, and they refused to leave. You know, well, next thing you know, her
Little boyfriend.
her significant other was trying to fight in the beginning, and I actually know this couple. Like I've been at their house and drank with them,
Yeah.
and I'm like, whoa, you know, because they were obnoxious, bitching about their bill. Like they were here for since like 6 o'clock till close. Bitching about their bill for like $40. Yeah, like $40. And then I had enough of them doing their shenanigans of trying to start shit, so I asked them, so listen, it's past last call, get out. Come back next time. You know, and certain people, like that situation, don't come back. Like you punch me square in the fucking nose. And then your husband's trying to, or your boyfriend, significant other was trying to fight me beforehand. You punch me in the nose, and when you punch me in the nose, and something happened with another girl with you now, because a girl stuck up for me, because I would never put my hands on a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're in with your significant other, and she hits me, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I had I would never put my hands on her, but you're gonna get it. That is your fault. Like I look at her, it's your fault. Well, when that happened, everybody went to her. Here comes Mighty Mouse over here swinging for the fences, trying to tackle me.
He tried to tackle him.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
little dude.
Bad
little
move,
dude.
though.
Hey, you go by. You
Bad
lost my
move.
belly button.
Bad move.
Well,
You
It was
could have
funny.
did a lot.
I watched the
better
dude's feet
than-
flop in the air because
Yeah.
he went to tackle. He went to tackle Hunter. Hunter was just
Yeah.
grabbed him and held him.
I just squeezed him.
He just grabbed him and squeezed him and held him. And the poor dude's feet were like this high off the ground and they're just kicking.
Then he went out. I sit him down. He come right to it. He stood next to me the rest of the night while all the other shenanigans were going on. He's standing right next to me. He's like, I just want to go home.
He did. He's like, I just want to go home.
But like, I had a gentleman come in here the other day who tried to step outside, big man. Let's fucking go. I'll kick your fucking ass outside. All right, I take my rings off.
He's like his. Yeah.
And then it's like I said, I've only ever been hit by a woman here in the face. I've been punched by a couple guys in other areas. I've been punched in the ear a couple times, getting sucker punched. But it's like he came back in and I stepped outside. Like, okay, listen, just go home. And sometimes they try and fight. 95% of the time they don't, because you just don't want to take. I'm not going to hurt you,
You get outside.
but I will control you. And you might get hurt a little bit because I'm going to have to control you. Like, you hit me, I'm going to try and press real quick. You're not going to like it. Well, he come back in after being gone. He came back in twice trying to see what nets had worked. He went to apologize. And I've had guys punch me, swing on me, tackle me, destroy my bar. You come back in, depending on how you are. If you come back in just like, listen, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for what I did. Would you allow me to come back in here? Absolutely. I will gladly clean this up because I've been drunk before. We've all been drunk. We've been obnoxious.
Hell yeah.
And it's all about how respect to the severity of what you did and how you come back about it. I mean, I got into a scuffle with two guys on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock during dinner time. I had kids and old people in there. And to this day, I still have the guy on Snapchat, and he has refused to apologize to me.
Really?
Like, we were friends growing up. We got into a fight outside, like a real fight. And I had to defend myself against him because he came back in after I asked him to leave and met him at the door. Said, "Listen, you can't come back in." And turned to him like he was swinging at me. One of the guys jumped on my back, was ear holing me, and the other guy tagging them both outside, and it was on. And to this day, he tried to come back in here, and I'm like, no, no. Like, listen, man, if you just like you have me on Snapchat. Like, We were friends growing up,
Text
man.
me, at least, yeah.
I get it, man. Like you, this conversation, you're trying to fight this some random guy sitting here. You had beef with this guy. Well, not while I got, dude, man. Tell him your beef somewhere else.
Some people are too stuck up to apologize.
They are, and but he has yet to apologize and won't ever say he's sorry or just talk to me about it. And I would probably let him back in here. You'll probably do the same damn thing. He's notorious for it. But it's just the fact of it depends on how you come back with it. Because not every bar's the same. Not every bartender's the same. And there might be bouncers in the door that might not like you. People that don't want to deal with you. It's all about knowing who you're going with and like where you're going to and how you act in that bar. And then if you do act out, what you do to make up for it.
Yeah.
Because I'll clean your slate free as day. I'll shake your hand. Sorry for what happened. I had to do what I had to do.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Happens second time though, you gonna feel the same way?
It depends on probably not.
Situation
No,
wise.
no. If you do it again, now it's like no. Look, and now
Yeah.
cross me
That
once,
makes you
that's
feel
it.
stupid.
Yeah, because I gave you the chance again.
Right.
And there's some people that have done that to where we give them 3 strikes, and then there's certain people that other bartenders they've done worse to, and they will not. Like if I allow that person to come in here, they'll be like, "Listen, you can serve them up now," because he just burn bridges. You don't. We have that sign right there. People point all the time. We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. We don't want to refuse service to anyone, but it's all about how you act in there.
You need that. You do.
Right.
For bars especially.
And there's nights where there's just Jill or just Lori here. They're not. Jill can handle her own just fine, but Lori's still new. And, thank God Calvin's here for her. But there's just reasons why certain people pick to come in on certain nights because they feel like they can get away with certain things.
Yeah.
Lori lets everybody in.
Well, and because she's new and she's allowing her, she's open up to let anybody in, because she hasn't been crossed by those people yet.
Yeah.
So,
That's that.
Shouldn't had to deal with much yet.
she's still.
Once she deals with her first fight and argument, she might be a little different.
You just gotta. And then the thing is, it's gonna happen to you.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna work for 20 years in a bar and not have any situations. You're gonna run into situations. You're gonna run into certain customers. People are gonna have bad days. People are gonna have good days. And sometimes people come here for they come to bars when they're having bad days.
Yeah.
And depending on how their time goes here, depends on how your night goes as a bartender. And people don't realize when you cause a scene in a bar, that person behind the bar is going to lose money. Not lose money, but they're not going to make the money they were going to. Bars cleared out, people fight.
Yeah.
The mood changes. It's not the same. So that's what. And that's another reason why I have people that don't like me at all, because I'm very black and white. And most of the people that do like me, like if someone says, "Oh, fuck that guy, I hate him," well, you probably did something to cause him to not like you, or for you to not like him. There's been a difference there because I'm very, like I said, I've let so many people back in here and shaking their hand and be like, "Clean slate." Like I'll do it for you, but if you burnt that bridge with me. You got to come back in, but I'm here, dude. Like, you want to come in, that's you. But it does, it's a severe thing on bars when people fight. Now, certain bars, when you get in places where there's 2-3 bars inside of it and there's a couple hundred people, that's a little different. Bars like this side of the bar doesn't even know the fight happened. But look at us here, man. I could throw a rock and hit each side of this wall.
Yeah. You're right.
And
A lot.
Definitely know everything.
A lot can go like that here.
there was one guy who picked up a bar stool and threw it across the bar. Can't say names, but that's one thing guys we're not allowed to do is say names. But he picked up a bar stool and threw it across the bar at our other bartender because she cut him off. He threw it at her.
He's pissed, man.
No. Tablets broke.
Nope, he got his ass whooped too, though.
Yeah, he got.
Oh, I'm sure.
He got his butt beat outside.
Yeah.
She whooped his ass.
But it's like it's the things that you see, man.
Same when I got puked on.
I there's a lot of bars that I go to where like down at Joel or something where I'm well known by the bartenders there, the owner and the bouncers. The bouncers always ask me to help out in certain situations. We know you'll do the right thing because I don't allow situations to happen. Well, one night they couldn't get this couple out, this guy and his wife. They couldn't get her out. She's biting people and stuff. Biting.
Oh.
So I took care of him first, got him out, and he didn't look like he was older because he wasn't. But he said, "Where's my cane?" I happened to look, and right there on the wall was a cane. Big mistake. I handed it to him. I turned around to get the girl.
He whacked it.
Well, he waited till I turned around, clocked me right across the face.
Oh shit!
Smacked that cane right over my face.
Oh,
As I'm spinning, getting the girl out,
That hurt.
you know, I got hurt. You know, she's like a kid trying to get back on you, like, yeah. And she's like biting at me and stuff, and I had it like this, and I turned. He just, as I'm turning, he's like, wham, and just blasted me right across
oh
the.
no!
Oh,
Oh, that probably pissed you off right there. That
But
pissed
yeah,
me off.
I mean, I was
You
like
get
just
smacked right
instantly
here.
water eyes and like against the
Oh,
wall, like,
dude.
whoa, bro, you just rocked me with a cane. And I gave it to you. You know, I'm making sure you're leaving with your stuff, my guy. I have nothing against you.
Yeah.
They just asked me to help get you out.
You should have hit me in the back of the head or something. That'd have been a lot better.
Man, don't me. You know, then here comes my buddy who's like, you know, he's 6'9", he's a big guy. And he reaches over, he's like, don't touch Hunter! And reaches over me and just like, when you hit the concrete and you skid,
Oh, yeah.
you don't, usually it's like, you know, you stop. When this dude's body goes whoosh, across the concrete, completely out, just sliding.
You've been having
Oh,
hard.
He got
yeah.
rocked.
You got
Yeah.
cold fuck. That shit's
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, I got a good group of buddies. I mean, they're like brothers to me. You know, I love them. We got a real small group, but when we go out, we're all big guys, man. There's certain levels of targets that happen on people. There's people that are awkward and weird guys that are hitting on chicks that get a target from like boyfriends. And then there's like the big guy in the bar that's all by himself, but like the little guy that gets small things, or even someone that gets with liquid courage.
I was gonna say, I never understand why big guys are always the guys who get picked on.
It's like knocking on Andre the Giant, man.
It's like, you really want to fuck with that big ass dude right there, man? I mean, you're 155 pounds,
Like, are you
soaking
sure?
wet, and he's easily fucking 250, and you
Right.
want to go fuck
I'm
with him.
6'3" Bills, man, and when I go out, man, it's like there's always that one guy that gets drunk and it's
Yeah.
like wants to come up and start talking shit.
He wants to test the biggest, baddest guy.
Yep, because he knows if he does it, he's champion.
All
Listen, dude, I ain't trying to hold no fucking title. You can have it. You know?
Champ.
Yeah. Happens a lot.
But yeah, I mean, it was a great episode, honestly, and that's the thing is you never know what you're gonna get at
At
the
your
pub,
local
you know,
bar,
and honestly, a lot of great things have come from here, and we saw that through the podcast, and also there's a lot to give here. So
And I know we always talk about the bad stories, you know, the fun stories that are, you know, things that stand out, but that's not how this place is. This place
Pub's
is
a great place.
Great
yeah,
place.
great place.
Great place.
But Hunter, I appreciate you coming on.
Rob, thanks, guys.
You know? Appreciate it tonight. So
Man.
we'll have to.
That's a wrap.
Do this again, yeah.